Hey, welcome. Uh, I'm gonna do my 70-second TR this time, and I'm gonna do a Drow Elf. So, racial TR. So, don't forget Heart of Blood, not wood, blood. So, you read in the second paragraph and the first paragraph, it states the heroic racial reincarnation. Okay, I'm just gonna go over stats real quick. Show you what I took for the base, my tomes, all that good stuff. Skills. I'm not gonna say too much about it other than I needed the 14. I don't know if I can get away with 13 base, but I play it safe. I got 14 base because I need 19 for improved precise shot. 14 con. And I can't get improved precise shot as an artificer unless you're level 15. With all the other prerequisites. 25 intel, so every time I leveled up I took extra intel, because that's my base attack and damage. And a few points in charisma for like UMD, Diplo, stuff like that. So I'm currently running in Fury of the Wild. I was doing some testing. There's not much here other than Constitution that's going to really show. 80 positive heal amp, 11% dodge, 16 max, 62 defense at level. So max dex bonus, I still can get another 5 there with what I'm wearing. I'm just going to go through my gear. So I was swapping this out with, oh, I already banked it, with the Negotiator Spectacles, which are the level 10 for the Diplo. They're the Ravenloft goggles. So I put a Master's Gift in this. I normally don't wear that either. Normally I banked it. Shimmering Arrowhead is what I normally wear because there's a crippling effect. Anytime you score a critical, the enemy is slowed 50%. I'm not sure if that works for red names, but it works for everything else. So there's no save on it that it states. It's just if you score a crit, they'll be slowed for 50%, which that's huge. So next life, I think I might switch this around. I got the Intel goggles from the new stuff, the new Soul Splinter. I think I'm going to try those instead of this cloak. And then the normal ring I wear. Improved deception. The dodge. Oh yeah, my dodge is going up now. Oh, maybe not. I lied. Yeah, it stays the same. Okay. Oh, that's why I got dodge on these. Kept this on for the Insightful Intelligence, but next life I'll probably switch that out at 15 when I wear the Sharn goggles. Alright, weapon, Nightshade Shooter. I did go Inquisitive. I also went in Battle Engineer and Harper, which I'll show you in a minute. But as far as weapons go, if you want base damage rating, Ratcatcher's higher on the base damage. 30.63. Where the Nightshade Shooter is 27.3. That didn't increase until I got the improved critical feat, and then that Ratcatcher finally went up a little bit more. Also, another nice one to have, even up to level 20, through heroics, is the Barovian Heavy Crossbow. just because the added effects on there, sometimes that could be more DPS-y than your Rat Catcher and or your Nightshade Shooter. The reason being, it's the same damage as a Nightshade Shooter, I believe. 26. Okay, a little bit less. So a little less, due to my enhancements and stuff that I spent. But with that being said, this has silver on it. So you could also use Deadly now at this point with silver on it. Or if you're using a Nightshade Shooter, you pick one or the other. You pick silver or Deadly. So if I go Deadly on the Nightshade, 33.15. 33.15, so there you go, it's the same. But you get the added effects, the Undead Bane, Fiery, Holy. So it really depends on what you're doing, what you like. You might be fighting some guys where the wounding doesn't matter. You're in higher Reapers, above Reaper 3, so Reaper 4 and up. Wounding doesn't take effect. It says 0 on hit. Reaper 1 through 3 says 1 point of con damage, and then an elite I've seen up to 3. Typically it's 2 per hit. So in the Vorpal is nice, but when you level 15, a lot of stuff has close to 2,000 plus hit points. So it's just something to take in consideration. Rune Arm, Dumpster Fire. Switching this out with the Astral Projector, the level 7. Level 4, okay, whatever it is. Because this has Ghostly on it for the Reapers, disrupting weapons for undead. So I was switching them back and forth. I do like the Dumpster Fire, but there's a lot of occasions where if I was doing higher Reapers, I found it just better to keep the Astral Projector on because of all the Reapers. Jan and I, we duoed some Reaper 8s at the highest. So when I was in, like, I don't know, 5 and up with the Vengeance and the Despairs and Dooms, 7 and up, I found it better to pretty much keep on the Astral Projector. Or if I was going in a typical fight that I knew there's going to be a whole bunch, or splitting oozes or something like that, I'd just switch it out. Yeah, so there's that Quiver of Alacrity I have. So my attack bonus, I don't know if you can see that, there we go, 51.13 for the double shot, I mean, and the attack speed is 10. And then save, so on. Alright, skills. So you can see what I spent. Concentration, Diplomacy, Disable Device, a little bit. The remainder of my points towards the end of my levels, I started throwing points in Haggle. When I got my next point due to my tomes, my intel tomes. Put points in Heal. Jump. Open Lock. As far as Heal goes, I don't know if that works with the potion throwing, if that will increase that. Doesn't say anything that I see about positive spell power. So if anybody knows, let me know. Leave a comment. Be much appreciated. Okay, jump I put a few points in for the beginning levels because of jump scrolls. I was casting at plus 10. Once I was able to cast at plus 20, I was pretty much good. So I stopped putting points into it. 23 open lock, 23 repair, search, spellcraft, spot, swim, and UMD. So that worked out pretty well with UMD. End here without switching out a UMD item 45. That's pretty good. Feats, past lives. I'm not going to show you how many times I spent every single one, but I got a lot of those. Oops, alright, heroics. I did get completionist. I'm not a triple in everything, but I think I have like 6 more heroic lives to do in total or something. PDK got 3 times. Racials, I know I kind of broke it up. It's Probably more beneficial to do 3 Aasimars at once, 3 Dragonborns. But I did 1 Aasimar, 1 Dragonborn, and this is going to be 1 Elf. Drow Elf, so yeah. Special feats, you see I acquired this 8 times on this guy. So I won't see the +8 because I'm TRing before level 22. Fate points, got 3 on the tome. 2 on magical, 2 on physical, 2 on racial, 2 on spell power. Then your typical standard arty feats. Nothing purchasable there. Standard basic feats. Defensive, I got insightful reflexes off at the start. Because if I didn't get that right now, that gives me another 10 to my reflex saves. Because it's normally based off dexterity modifier. So I got 12 on that and 22 on intel. So that's where I'm getting that. And in Reaper it goes up more. Favored feats, so these are from the favor that I acquired this life. Yeah, show you that real quick. Improve critical ranged, power critical, and then your typical Sunder Trip, and then weapon focused ranged. Which you see if you're using repeaters, it's light and heavy repeaters, it's light, heavy, great crossbow, as well as longbow and shortbow. So it's not throwables, it's ranged weapons. I didn't take these until later on, because I wanted all the range stuff first, but the reason I got Empowered Heal, Maximize, and Empower was for the potions. That's it. So you see I'm using a Curious Wound that hit me for 226. 212. 176 and 77. Which, the Empower, I just took level 18 and never hotbarred it, turned it on. Never turned it on through here, so it's going to be a little more, see, there, yeah. I should have done that. Oops. Anyways, we flew through the last few levels there, which I did have on recording, but something went on with Discord again and dropped stream. Not Discord, excuse me. Streamlabs OBS. And I'm hoping this one stays active so we can get it all. Okay, range feats, improve precise shot, point blank shot. I got the Archer's Focus through Precise Shot, Rapid Reload, Rapid Shot, and then the Shrieking Expertise. I didn't purchase that. Alright, and Slippery Mind. Slippery Mind, I believe, is through the enhancement right here. No, right here. Yep, Slippery Mind feat. Spellcasting feats, nothing I didn't take. Trap finding, trap making, you acquire those. Spells, I didn't spend them all. Here's my spells if you want to take a peek at them. Got all the weapon ones I could think of that I would need. These are aligned. No, Cold Iron. Where's aligned? I thought I got aligned. Right here. Planar. There you go. I didn't use Blade Barrier. I used Tactical Detonation a little bit. Reflux is 41. That's okay. It's not bad for heroics, I suppose. Tensors I only used once because I failed to get ingredients, and I picked that up at level 19. And with that being said, I found a Bull Strength potion through a breakable. Picked it up and used it in the end fight of a quest. So it was the only time I used it this life. One of the globes, can't use it here. I don't know if it's Radiant Force Field. No, I think it's. I'm pretty sure Lesser Globe of Invulnerability. If you cast these potions, you can't get healed in it, which I thought was odd. But, anyways, I switched to the Insightful Damage out to give myself some more AP for better damage in the trees. I use Flame Turret, works real well for an aggro getter. Use Flame Cloak all the time, as well as Conjure Bolts. Obviously, I conjure a lot of bolts being Inquisitive. Here's the enhancements. I'll scroll through real quick. You can pause the video if you want to see something, but I will open up the enhancement window, so don't worry about that. So yeah, it's all Reaper and normal enhancement combined, which I find odd. They should have another tab for Reaper, or drop down. Should be one for Heroic, one for Reaper, then one for Epic. Crafting, $3.99 because I'm an artificer. I believe it raised it by 10. I think I'm normally $3.89, not $3.99. Alright, now with that, let's go to Reaper Point. I believe I started with 96k on my... I had 45 points. No, 46, excuse me. I'm looking up to see how much Reaper XP I got this life real fast. Just give me a minute here. I should have had this prepared. I'm sorry for that. Experience points. Here we go. Just looking for the chart. Oh, it's under Reaper. Reaper Enhancements. There we go. So under Enhancements and Reaper Enhancements. And then there's Reaper Enhancements / XP per point in the wiki. So at 46, you need 91. So maybe I think I just hit that. So I probably had 91k. So I got all that to my 47th point. And 93k, so I'm sitting at 62, so I got about 30k plus 91, so about 121 Reaper XP, 121,000 Reaper XP, I should say. That's not bad, not for Heroic Life. Yeah, it did take us a little bit of time. We did 2-man a lot of it. At the start, we were, I think, 5-4 manning. But then around level, I think 6-ish, maybe 5-ish, it was pretty much 3 of us for a few levels, and then the remainder was just me and Jan. Like I said, we've done some Reaper 8 quests, some couple we did on Reaper 1 just to get through them, just because we didn't like them as much or whatever reason. But it seemed like Reaper 4 was a good sweet spot for the both of us. Some Reaper 6s weren't bad. Just depends on your champion Reapers, but yeah, 120,000, 121,000 Reaper XP in one life. And let me show you the quest list real fast. I'll scroll through so you can kind of see. Start at level 1. And I will just keep scrolling up so you can see that looks like there's a lot of things completed at the low levels, but we start getting to the higher levels and you'll see a lot more white. So this will kind of give you an idea of what quests we did. And don't forget, if it's yellow but it's not done here, like Elite or normal or casual or whatever, we didn't do that quest. So look for all the red here. Finish scrolling up this, and then I'll show you how much favor we got as well. Normally I don't do this, but it's kind of good to know. Sometimes I look back at this stuff. Weapon shipment. I didn't get any XP at all for weapon shipment. I did that with Hemi so I could get my shimmering arrowhead. Thank you, Hemi, on that for helping me out. Total of 2,238 favor, which reminds me I gotta get my tome. Ooh. Alright, while I'm running there, I'll show you my other enhancements. I did a little testing on the training dummy when I hit level 20. Here's what I spent. As you can see, I was going to spend my fate points, but I'm just like, you know what, I want a TR. So with no fate points twisted in, just taking this here, with using the Unbridled Fury, and having my Archer's Focus stance on, and can't think of what else, but having all that stuff, I went ahead and hit the dummy, the training dummy, for 12,500 for 1 bolt. Not the added effects on the bolt 2, which I think was over probably like 1,400, because I think some of them were hitting 600 and 400s, which was pretty nice. So yeah, that was that. And I would crit all the time without using Unbridled Fury, around like 2.5, 3.5k for just a normal crit in Archer's Focus stance, obviously. Okay, so let's see here. You're also going to want to see my enhancements that I spent. Just grab any old tome here. I don't think, yeah, I don't have enough to get the +5. That's a lot more. It's like 5,000. Alright, enhancements. So I had the 2 racial points. I had the 1 in the universal tree, and then you get 80 as you level up to 20. So there's 83 spent. That's where I have 83. So I automatically have to spend 1 in any one of these. So it could be the Inquisitive, Harper, whatever, and then 2 in here. So here's the 2 that I spent. 1 for that, 1 for that. Going up level 10, I switched over to Inquisitive. Level 8 with the Rat Catcher, hit or miss if you want to. Me, I probably won't until level 10, and I get the Barovian stuff. Before that, I'll probably use, instead of the Rat Catcher, I'm going to be using a Vorpal, a repeater, heavy repeater, or light repeater. And I'm going to pretty much have almost what I spent here, minus a couple cores. And then, obviously, the first thing I'm going to get, which is what I did, the intel to attack. If you can't get the spell, which I didn't get the spell, I kept the damage on here, and I reset this later on at like level 18, just because I was like, oh yeah, I can get a couple more points to spend for whatever, to do more damage. Anyways, so yeah, at level 10 I reset this tree, kept insightful damage here, and the attack, insightful damage. That's the name of the spell. Use the intel modifier, yeah. Spell. Here we go. Insightful damage, which you get insightful attack, which I don't think I got. No, I forget what level spell that is, 1 or 2. But yeah, know the angles works for damage, so that's good to know. I don't know about the DCs on like my Sundering defense or Shatter defense. I'm not sure. I didn't test that, but it works for damage, and I'm going for damage, so it worked well. Then Inquisitive, level 10, I reset, spent my points in Inquisitive, had points in Harper, went up as high as I could in the Inquisitive here. And then once I filled out Inquisitive with what I wanted, minus the couple here because I wasn't high enough level, and I don't think I got the intel at first. I went into Battle Engineer, started going up this, then got the remainder of this as I could. So that's kind of what I did here. DPS wise, I want to say through level 8 you can have more DPS going in the Battle Engineer. If you're going 20 Arti, this is. Which you could do splashes, stuff like that, which will change the dynamics of your build greatly. But if you're going pure 20 Arti, Battle Engineer is the way to go till minimum level 8. with a heavy repeater, Vorp roll is amazing. Level 8, then you might want to switch over, reset, and go crossbow. A light or heavy crossbow. Could be Vorp roll, could be whatever, named whatever. I'm saving it for level 10, because level 10, like I said, you get the Barovian stuff, which seemed to do a lot better. I did DPS on the dummy. I did a lot of DPS on the dummy to try to figure things out. And I did have more DPS at level 10. Level 8 was kind of like hit or miss with it. So I kept it with the repeater because I had a Vorp roll repeater. I figured that'd be more beneficial. So I'm going to wait till level 10 to switch over. Personally, I'm going to do close to the same build again next life. It worked pretty well. Probably do that for all 3 of my Drow Elf lives. And let's see. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about here. You know, level 12 is when it really increased my DPS, because you have 10 more double shot with this right here. And you have 30% alacrity and 10 range power plus 2 to the damage die of law on your side. That's pretty big. So once you hit level 12, if you save a couple points here, 3 points in total, if you could take them as soon as you hit level 12, your damage just about doubles. It's insane. Yeah, alright, so Inquisitive, that's all I wanted to talk about. You've seen my epics, which I didn't run any quest epics. You've seen my Reapers. And I think it's time to TR. Oh, and just want to show you, where is it? Disable device 74, search 78. If I go here, 79, and then the GH. 83 disable device, 82 search. I barely spent any points, if any, in, let's see, that's diplomacy right here. You can get 3 more to search right here. You can get more to disable device and open lock here. Plus there's some other stuff somewhere else. I forget where. But I didn't spend anything in that. So I could get it higher. Plus right here I have an Insightful 5. I can get higher than that. But just kind of show you. I do have tomes on them. Plus 4s. Thought it was plus 5. Maybe it's just 4s. Okay, 5 on search, 4 on disable. So I think I have plus 4s on everything, with exception of a couple plus 5. But yeah, with that, let's actually TR. So I'm going to do a ratio. So I have my True Heart of Blood. So yeah, this tome is bound to character, but on our ship we have the crafting guy, or you can go in the crafting hall, where you buy the components to decon and all that good stuff, and you can trade them a tome for 9, I believe it's, what are they called, Purified Eberron Dragon Shards for the crafting. Alright, Drow Elf. I'll gain plus 1 to search. So right now, if I was next life and got the same thing, right now, I have an 83 and 83 swapping out a little bit of gear. Type my name in here. I'm ready to reincarnate. I always love this part. This is the fun stuff. Arti is specialist. And go the Drow Elf again. I believe that's exactly what I did, because plus 5 tomes kicking at what, like level 11, 12 now? And plus 6s is at 15. I need 5 more, so that'd give it to me before the level 15 that I need. So level 15, the reason I get improved precise shot, then the Artificer's base attack bonus doesn't get high enough for the pre-res equip for that. Definitely want disable device. I'll take open lock for sure. Why not repair? Definitely search. UMD for sure. So one thing that I did, but I should really try to boost up with maybe items or something, is spot for the auto find. I was fine until roughly Sharn-ish. Then I couldn't really auto spot the traps because my spot was too low. At the 50, whatever it was. Not gonna get tumble. I did take a little swim. There's not much swimming you do, but it's definitely nice when you go a little quicker. Perform, no. Move silently, no. Listen, yeah, it doesn't matter. Intimidate, no. Hide, heal. I can get heal later on if I want. Diplomacy, we want diplomacy. So, there we go. If I have some left over later on when my tomes take effect, I'll get some of the other stuff. Bluff, nah. Balance, nah. Balance is nice, but I'm not going dex base. I'm taking a half hit to it. So I'd rather take some of the other stuff like diplomacy, even though I'm taking a half hit. Alright, looks good to me. Feat, 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 feat. I always forget which one the Artificer gets granted to you. So I'm just going to peek at that. Point, rapid reload. That's what it is. Rapid reload. I will need point blank shot for improved precise shot, but I'm not going to really be real close to guys to start. I'm going to want to kill them far away, just for the simple fact of survivability and Reapers, low level Reapers. Where the heck was that one? Oh, insightful reflexes. So, here we go. Yes, I don't get evasion, but I get that. Ooh, that's force damage. I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's max 50, which isn't crazy, but yeah, it's nice. Let's see. And I didn't use grease much. I didn't use a lot of these. Why not? And good. Alright. And I'm gonna go neutral. And create. I usually don't do too much on looks when I TR, so I just randomize a whole bunch and call it good, and then, or just change a couple things real fast and call it good.
You find yourself waking on a shore of flotsam. Memories of a large white dragon striking your ship come flooding back.
Ah, you're awake.
Hey, yeah, I'm awake. What? 2 action points. Oh. I actually have 3 action points, but 2 racials. Interesting. Then we go Inquisitive, which this is 1 to attack with all weapons, 1 diplomacy, intimidate. Well, I want to get this insightful stuff first, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my 1 point there, so that way the next 2 points I can get the intel to attack. Skip the Korthos line. Sure. Well, why not?
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village.
Alright, so as is, once I get the insightful attack, excuse me,
However, some hopeful souls
my attack is 7. So if I just pick up that insightful attack, then it would be 3 higher, because it's the difference between, it's using dex right now. So 3 higher would then give me 10 to attack. So you can see right there, attack mod dex plus 3, because it's my modifier. So, alright, with that, I'm not going to bore you with pulling stuff out of my TR bank, hot barring stuff, all that good stuff. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. Later.